Man, that opening to Modern Warfare 2 beta looks beautiful. But how is it going, Dank Division? Dank Dan here, and this video is pretty much to help you guys make sense of Gunsmith 2.0, and we're also going to put a focus on one of the pre-order bonuses to the Vault Edition, that of course being the FJX Cinder weapon vault. So after watching the Gunsmith 2 video about 3, 4, 5 times, I think I finally got the hang of this, and I'm going to help you guys out in the best way that I can. So let's do this. So over the course of the past 3 games, yes, that of course being Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard, Infinity Ward has been observing how people have been building their loadouts and is putting all of that knowledge into how things are going to work. Now, with everything going the way that it's going to be going, they are broadening and making a more explorative weapon builder. Now, what exactly does this mean? This means being able to build your weapons to your liking in a new and amazing way. Having it that you're actually able to have progression be a lot easier, especially when it comes to attachments. And the fact that, thank God they are listening to us, they are adding a fucking firing range at Call of Duty. So that is going to be beautiful. But let's talk about it, shall we? So, the main focus of this, of course, is going to be the M4. Why? Because it's a classic gun. Every last one of us has used it at least once. It's a classic to go to. Now, why exactly is this the main focus? Because we're going to be talking about something new, referred to as receivers. Now, this is a new feature that is going to be thrown into the Gunsmith that will allow you to take, let's say, for example, the main focus, the M4, and turn it into different variants. Now, what exactly do I mean by this? I'll use the most simplest example. Going from the M4, in that family tree, you'll be able to go to the M16. It's still being an AR, but as we all know, the M16 is a burst rifle meant for pretty much doing long to mid-range contact versus the M4, which is supposed to be an all-around. And then you have other variants of the gun that you'll be able to toy with. Each one being a different variant, such as the 5.56 Icarus turning the M4 into an LMG, or the FJX Rack-On battle rifle, making it more of a long-range thing. Or, if you feel like making an SMG more of like a sniper support thing, you have the FSS Hurricane SMG. Now, all 5 of those things fall under the M4 family tree, just like I'm pretty sure when the AK comes out, you're going to have the AK-12, the AK-47, the AK-74U, etc. Now, some of you might be confused because one of the key things that they discuss is that attachments, when unlocked, will carry over into other guns. Now, some people thought, wait, how the hell is that going to work? I'm going to oversimplify this for you. Attachments such as optics, underbarrels, foregrips, muzzles, you know, the type of attachments that aren't specific. So let's say, for example, I'll use Modern Warfare 2019 attachments for an example. The monolithic suppressor. Let's say, for example, the new COD comes out, monolithic suppressor is unlockable, but you don't feel like doing the work on the AK-47. You want to do it on the M4. Once you unlock it on the M4, it is attachable on every gun that has that attachment. You don't have to do what all of us since day one of being able to customize your loadouts in COD, and I'm thinking back to World at War. You won't have to unlock that attachment. You will have it immediately across the board. This means that leveling up and grinding attachments is going to be so much easier when you're able to, let's say, unlock one suppressor and it's done. You never have to unlock it again for any gun. Now, there are those attachments, like I said, the optics, suppressors, etc. Those are going to be, you know, across the board. But then, of course, you're going to have the ones that are exclusive. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the receivers, barrels, stocks, magazines, you know, the stuff that would fit on the different receivers. Now, what do I mean by that? You're not going to throw an M16 barrel onto an AK-47. That's kind of the mentality of it. You'll be able to throw anything from the M4 pretty much tree across the board and toy with it within the M4 tree, so the M16, etc. But you won't be able to take barrels and stuff like that that's exclusively M4 and throw it onto the AK. So what exactly does this mean? This means that you'll pretty much be able to customize to your heart's content, but keep this in mind, 5 attachments. Yeah, that's right, you won't be able to throw in one in every single slot, which means you go back to prioritizing. What's more important to you? Having a good optic or having your weapon silenced? Do you want your barrel to be different, or would you rather have a larger magazine? It means having to decide what is most important to you. And that, honestly, is going to get interesting, especially given that I have always loved using the M16, and that is probably going to be my main go-to. But then we have the problem child. That, of course, being something that's referred to by a lot of people as pay to fucking win. The FJX Cinder Weapon Vault. This is a pre-order bonus to anyone who gets the Vault Edition for Modern Warfare 2. And there's a huge problem with this. Why? Well, once I explain it to you, it'll make sense. So what exactly this means, every attachment is unlocked. Yeah, the receivers, the barrels, the stocks, the rear grips, the magazines, optics, ammunition, underbarrels, foregrips, muzzles, all of them. For that particular weapon, that of course being the M4. Now what exactly does this mean with pay to win? Remember what I just said. If you unlock an optic or something that's not exclusive to the M4, it's then unlocked across the board. This means that when people load in for the first time, those who have the Vault Edition have the unfair advantage of already having all of the attachments. They will be able to already build a gun and dominate the field early on. People will have to grind out levels while getting fucking stomped into a mud puddle, because people will be able to throw on attachments right off the bat. And the thing is, you won't even be able to hide it. Why? Because this is both a blessing and a curse, because this will give you away, but it's something that I wish had been around, especially during the Cold War days when you had all of the epic blueprints. When you throw on attachments onto the Cinder version of the M4, it won't change the visual look of the gun. It'll still keep the same slick color scheme. It won't alter it. Why am I actually excited about this? I'll use a good example. You guys remember that Krieg, the Ice Drake one? The second you change the barrel, the dragon's head is gone. The aspect of this with the way that they're working with blueprints now is that if you change the barrel, it might change the length of the dragon, but it would still be there. This is an absolute win, because for the first time ever, you're actually able to keep the overall vibe of the gun without sacrificing it, without going, oh shit, I want this attachment, but it's going to make the gun look like absolute shit, and I'm going to have to throw a camo on it just to make it look decent. But with that being said, that is pretty much all I've got for you guys for Gunsmith 2.0. I hope that this made it a little bit easier. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it into the comment section. I'll help you guys out to the best of my ability, given that I can't play it until next week because I'm on Xbox, but I guarantee you there will be people in the comment section who are on PlayStation who will be more than willing to help you. So if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to click that subscribe button, drop a comment down below, leave a like, don't forget to follow us on all of our socials, and to those of you on PlayStation who will be playing this beta in but only maybe a day or two, I hope you guys get to enjoy it as much as I am next week. And you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing, do it wholeheartedly. And this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to click that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.